Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and guys, welcome to Paige ushering in fall. And when I say ushering, I mean I'm actually just like pushing myself on fall, like fall, please love me, please accept me, please come here, I need you. I love fall, and it is time. So I went ahead and I dressed myself, literally everything I own, head to toe, fall. And I am living my best life, like sweater, scarf, yes, but also, is there anything more fall, more vampy, yes please, than the Fenty red lip? Girl, but guys, this is the fall color. This is it right here. The texture, the consistency, the look, everything about this. Guys, it's just been sitting up on my shelf waiting for me, waiting for that longing moment where I touch it to my lips and I live my best red-lipped life, and I'm obsessed. So that is what's on my lips. And of course, everything that is on my face will be affiliate linked down below. Also, just in case you missed it, I did do a full review on the Celestial Storm palette, which I will link up here. And today that is also what is on my eyes yet again, because y'all know, can't stop, won't stop. And I went in with just two shades, the shade Zero Gravity on the inner outer and a little through the crease, and then Eternal Light all through the center of the lid right there, and it's just like, it's perfection. Again, everything will be linked down below. But on to the point of today's video, which is of course a purchase or pass, as you saw in the title, and I'm really excited to do this. I just started doing them last month, and you guys really enjoyed them because it does kind of give you a little bit of a sneak peek as to what's coming up in the channel, what I do like, what I don't like, kind of what I'm gravitating towards given whatever's being released. So I thought it would be cool to sit down and do another one while we're all like cozy and fall and happy and living our best. So let's go ahead and start off first by talking about the 2019 holiday collection from Charlotte Tilbury. And for me, this is not something that I am gravitated towards even in the least. Like, if I'm being real, I look at this and I'm just like, haven't we seen this before? Oh yeah, that's right, I have seen it before, over and over again, from the Pillow Talk collection, where all the tones are very similar, if not the same, and they're all a very similar consistency and texture, and I'm just, I don't know, for me, I'm just kind of over it. Now in this collection, there is a 4 eyeshadow quad that is all shimmers. It is a pretty little quad. I'm not mad at the colors in it. Again, it's just very generic. I feel like it's something we've seen before. There is a blush. Their blushes are very nice. Again, nothing that I think I need or is missing from my collection in any way. For me, the lip liners and the lipstick from them, I'm just not a fan of their texture. That's why I don't use them. I do have a lip liner or two, as well as a couple of lipsticks, and it's just nothing I reach for because I feel like every time I try, it's a very gummy, very thick consistency, and I'm just not a fan. And there is also a gloss in here, but I'm just not like overly wowed, obsessed, in love with it to the point where I'm like, oh boy, need this gloss, like it's super unique, you know what I mean? I'm not there. So for me, this entire collection is a pass. Now, while we're on this holiday trend, we might as well talk about the holiday collection coming from Guerlain, or Guerlain, if you will. And they are going to be releasing some rouge lipsticks in new cases. We'll talk about those here in a second because I have an opinion. They're also releasing one of those weird little bally meteorite highlighty things, as well as a pressed highlight. Guys, here's where we're going to get started. We're going to get started talking about these lipsticks because I want to know, am I the only one that when I look at these little lipsticks, I'm not saying they're not cute, but do they remind anybody else of the little scarab bug beetle-y things from The Mummy? Those little things that eat you. Do they? I looked at them and I was like, literally, that's a beetle. I don't care what anybody says. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying nothing about these lipsticks. I'm just saying they're not lipsticks. These are little scarab bug beetle things that try to eat your soul, your life, your body. If your name is Brendan Fraser and you're in 1999 and you're trying to kill the soulless mummy that has come back from the dead, that is what these are. I'm just saying. And past that, let's talk about the pressed highlight. The color just will not work for me. It's like golden, and hello, I'm pasty as the wall behind me, so that color will not work. And then let's talk about this little dish of balls that's supposed to give you some really pretty look to your skin. I don't know if it's a highlight, a skin finish, I don't care. Can we talk about it? It's a little dish of tiny little balls, and I want to know who creates these and how immaculate their house is, their vanity, their world, their kitchen, wherever the hell they keep these things. I want to know how perfect your surface must be that you never drop these balls all over your carpet, your floor, your dog never eats them, your cat never bats them around like they're a cat toy. That's what I want to know, because who's creating this stuff? Who thinks to themselves like, wow, this is a good decision to put 100 little loose balls in a little bucket, and we're going to sell that to somebody, and then they can take their brush and go boop, 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 and then we'll just see if it doesn't fly all over or knock off their table or whatever. Like, I do not understand. I think putting something like that in proximity of somebody like me, look at how much I use my hands. Look at the sleeves on this thing. I mean, you're asking for trouble. It should be illegal to put something like that near me. It'd be a public health risk. I could just whoo, and I'd take out half a village with my little whoo hand movement. So needless to say, me and this Guerlain situation, we're not doing it. It's not happening next. So let's go ahead and move on from there, shall we? Something a little bit more bright, a little bit more colorful, into the Melt Cosmetics Radioactive collection. Now, for me, do I have anything against the collection necessarily? No. I think that the colors in the palette are pretty. I think the packaging is beautiful, and I think that the little blush situations they came out with are nice. The lipstick lipsticks or whatever those are, lipstick glosses, those aren't my vibe. One's purple, one's pink. I'm more of a neutral girl myself, as I wear really, really red. But y'all know, typically if you watch me, those are more the colors I gravitate towards. But for me, this collection, honestly, just isn't something I need. I think Melt is an amazing brand. They come out with super beautiful stuff. But I do have so many other palettes that already have really nice, bright, vibrant colors. And similar to this one, actually, I believe was the Jessie Page and Tarte collab when she did her. It was like a really beautiful, vibrant little pan palette about this big. And it had a lot of really bright, beautiful colors in it. And because I already own that palette and did a full review on it, I don't think that this is something I would need, nor would I pick up. I'm not saying the quality is bad. Again, I think Melt is really nice. As far as the blushes go, which I thought were blushes, they are actually called blush lights. My apologies. Those are going to be $22, and it says that they are a nuclear explosion of warm, multi-use corals and blood oranges radiating hot pink. Use each color individually or mix them together for a custom all-over face and body glow. For me, again, is it something I need? No. I do like the corally one. I think that's really pretty, but on my skin tone, I don't think that it would pull as the best shade. So for me, that'll probably be a pass as well. And then again, the liquid lipsticks are not my jam. I just don't really like the colors. Their formula is pretty good as far as liquid lipsticks go. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. It's somewhere in between, but I just don't really care for the colors. Child, let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about something I want, something I need, honey. The Hourglass collection. This is their holiday collection. I am so excited for this collection. Every single year, I don't care what their face palette looks like, I pick it up. Because guys, their face powders are just so amazing and creamy, and they really do give you this beautiful pressed in ambient glow to your skin. Or if they're on the more matte side, they just press in and make you look poreless. Like, it is, they are amazing. Guys, their face palettes, let me put it to you this way, something we can all relate to. Their face palettes are like Pringles, honey. Once you pop, you cannot stop. They are so good. All right, guys, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Gotta pull up the sleeves for this one. So let's just talk about this Gingerbread Spice situation, shall we? Spice, allegedly. I am baffled that Too Faced made this decision. I haven't talked about this at all yet, and I will tell you guys right now, I don't know if I'm going to pick this up. That's the end and short of that part of it, so let's just tuck that away. You guys let me know down in the comments. Do you want to see a review of this palette? Leave it down below. But with that out of the way, can I just ask a very real question? Where, oh where, is the spice? I mean, if you're talking spice and you're like, oh, nutmeg, ginger, clove, okay, we have a lot of like brown spices, I guess. What, when you say spicy palette, I'm thinking like, ooh, spicy, like we're gonna get somewhere. And instead they were like, hey, how about a neutral palette? Cool story, bro. Like, I just don't get it. And I already have the Gingerbread palette. I love that palette. I spoke so highly of it. It is a beautiful palette. But like, what is this? What is... I do not understand the idea behind this. I can say like, hey, we loved the gingerbread thing, so we wanted to like expand on that theme, whatever. But this palette for me, for some reason, calling it spicy just really like, it hit a nerve inside my actual soul. Now let's also go ahead and just like unpack a little bit of the other stuff in this collection, because I'm not mad at all of it. It's just really that palette that just like really gets me and I don't understand it. There's also going to be their Hot Butter Rum Face and Eye palettes, which is 6 eyeshadows and 2 highlights. For me, that's just like a mini of every other palette I already have that's neutral brown, so I don't need that. There's also a bronzer, which the bronzer I really like, guys. I'm obsessed with it. It's got a little gingerbread man in there. Like, I'm all for that one. Packaging and everything about it, aesthetic-wise, right on point. I like the color. I would be very interested to try that. As long as it doesn't pull a little bit too pink on me, I think it would be really pretty. They're also releasing their long wear lipsticks, and I actually think the lipsticks that they came out with last year were really nice. The consistency is good. They're a little bit dry, but they're not overly dry, so they're a good like in-between lipstick. The glitter mini lip gloss set, I actually really like those. I think the packaging is super adorable, and I like the way that they're presented. I like the colors, and I don't have any issues with those. Now let's just go ahead and talk about it. The elephant in the room, my favorite elephant, my favorite Natasha Denona shaped elephant is in the room, you guys. The Metropolis palette. I love Natasha Denona. I love the palettes that she comes out with. I think they are so beautiful. Yes, they're expensive, but I love them. The quality, everything is very, very consistent for me. And this palette, I love. I definitely will be picking it up to do a review for you guys. I've already gotten some questions on it, but for me, when I look at this, just so you guys know, I do feel like if you pick this up or if you're thinking about it, pull up the picture and put your finger over both of the blue shades. I just did it, and what you are seeing, this is the pop of blue effect. This is an ultimately curated palette that is beautiful, and they're really getting you with that pop of blue. By the way, that pop of blue thing, that is real. I have actually went through a lot of my collection in my head and been like, wow, I love this palette. Cover up the blues, I still love it, but that pop of blue, like, it just does something something to your brain, whoo, endorphins everywhere. And this palette is no exception. I feel like both of the blue shades are beautiful, but if you put your finger over them, girl, you have a beautiful neutral palette. You have everything in the warm family, a little gold, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange, a touch of green in there, and then boom, those two blues. And it's just like, whoo, and the packaging on this one, oh god lord, I love the color. It's like this sparkly looking blue thing. I'm like, girl, sold, yes please. I will be doing a review on it. I love it. I love Denona. You guys know I had to pick it up, but just so y'all know, it's the Pop of Blue, honey. Okay, now here's another one. Let's just talk about it again. We might as well just roll these suckers right back up. We are going to talk about the Urban Decay Honey Palette because, first of all, I've already had a ton of requests for this one to review it. So will I pick it up and review it? Yes, I will, because I've had so many requests for it. However, we just need to talk about the level of disappointment I had when they talked about this shade. When I saw the Honey Palette get dropped, and before they showed us like what was on the inside, my first thought, I was like, oh my god, a Honey Palette. It is going to have like this really beautiful, vibrant, like yellow. There's going to be like this really nice yellow orange in there. There's going to be this really beautiful, bright yellow shimmer. There's going to be like a topper with like yellow reflect. Like, I had this whole palette in my mind of like how gorgeous and how perfect this was going to be, and like it was going to have yellow, a little touch of orange in there, a little bit of brown, and it was just going to be this really nice, probably mostly neutral palette if I'm being honest, but it was going to have like yellow and poppy and oh my god, because when you look at honey, like for me, when I think of honey and honeycomb and all of that, I think bright yellow and I think beautiful and bright and summery, but also really demure, and like the way that the sun and like dew and like stuff naturally just like freckles off of honeycombs and like glistening effects, and I think of all of that. Not to mention honey's delicious. Like, who doesn't want to look at a shade and go, that looks good? Who doesn't want that? But will I pick it up? Moral of the story is yes. I'm just so sad at this color story. Like, when I look at it, if I just take my finger here and I hold it over the yellow shade in the middle, there's like a nice shimmery yellow. It's literally brown neutral and then like beige neutral with some shimmers. Girl, my heart is hurting right now. All right, guys, so I'm going to move on to the rest of the collection, but just so you guys know, there is a tractor outside this window, and it will not leave. I've been waiting for 12 minutes now, and it's never going to go anywhere, and I just looked, and it is parked, and it's idling. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep on going through the video, but if you can hear Mr. Tractor Man, I apologize. But also, they are coming out in this Urban Decay line here with this Honey palette, this little quad of lipsticks, and I'm not mad at the quad. I actually think it's really pretty. Mini lipsticks aren't so much my thing. I think that I lose them more than I use them, if I'm being completely honest. There's also a mini eyeshadow palette, which again is just like a neutral eyeshadow palette, nothing that I look at and I'm like, wow, I need that. But what I am really curious about is the honey scented spray, because y'all, I love me a good scented spray. I thought their summer solstice one was real nice, so I will definitely be trying that. There's also a primer potion, and I'm not sure, like, it's not swatch, so I don't know if it's a primer potion that's somehow different from any of their other formulas or not. Maybe it's like a shimmery yellow metallic primer potion. I'm not sure, but I am curious about that, and I think that the liner that goes with this collection would also be really beautiful. Again, nothing that I think I don't already have in my collection, something similar. It looks like just a gold liner. That being said, I do think that there are little pieces of this collection here and there that I really like. I just think that for the majority of it, because of the neutral direction that they went versus more of like a yellow vibrant kind of direction, it's not so much something that I need everything, but there are little pieces that I'm curious about. Real quick, something totally random, but I am very excited to play with this. I will be picking it up, is the Dior Backstage Face and Body Glow. That is something that when I looked at that the very first time, I was like, ooh, honey, like, is that something you put on before makeup, maybe over makeup, maybe mix it with your foundation? Like, I feel like there's so many options here, and I need to touch and feel each and every option, you know what I mean? Like, I just need it on my face. So in case you can't tell, I'm gonna be picking that one up, and I'm just so excited to coat myself in Dior sexy shimmeriness. But you guys, I think that's where I'm going to stop for today's video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Is this a video you like, you don't like, you wish it was more often, less often? What do you think of the products? Curious, not curious? Leave me everything that you can think down below. While you're at it, do not also forget you can subscribe and try your post notifications to this here YouTube channel. From me to you. Guys, I upload 5 videos a week, so if you like me, you like my personality, you feel like sticking around, we talk about everything. New, old, love it, hate it, whatever's going on in the sphere of makeup, we talk about it, and we do it 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in Northern Michigan. And you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Ooh, look at the butthole lip. It is raining supreme today. Look at that butthole. Not a good look, Paige. Not a good look. Gotta get comfortable while we trash talk makeup. Am I sweating a little bit? Yeah, but it's fine. I'm trying to create the ambiance. I all of a sudden just realized I didn't bring anything to drink, and it's making me nervous. Why am I nervous? Why am I Tom Hanks on Castaway all of a sudden just because I don't have something to drink? Weird. Now, with this palette launch, they are, of course, launching several other things. There's a little lipstick quad. Is that a tractor? Girl, why?